And today we're doing arms, a little bit of abs, and legs. Everyone ready? So let's start warming up. Keep the shoulders back, abs pulled in, standing up very straight as we're marching, keeping those arms involved as well. Now let's try and swing the arms as opposed to having a bent arm. Keep those knees coming up. You want this to be a vigorous walk. We're trying to get our heart rate up here. Don't forget to breathe. Keep the head up, shoulders back. Now we're going to walk forward, bringing the arms up, and then come on back. Inhale up and back. Inhale up and back. One more time. Inhale it up and back. And we're going to go back to our march. Don't forget to breathe. Bent arms. There we go. Getting those knees up. Good. Now we're going to swing it side to side. Big arm sweeps. We're warming up the arms, the shoulders, and the legs. Keep the knees bent as you're going side to side. Let's bring those arms to the chest height. Swinging them side to side. And take your time. There's no rush here. Now we're going to sweep them down. Nice big sweeps, big arm movements to get those shoulders warmed up. Don't forget to breathe. That's it. Good. Now back to our march, nice and vigorous. Inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Good. Push the ceiling away. We're having some fun here. Warming up the whole arms, keeping the legs marching. Good work. Exhale as you push. Now we're going to push the arms out. Make room. Pushing the arms out to the sides. Now we're going to push our hands down as we lift those knees up. A little slower motion here. You can feel this in our abs, pulling up on those knees. Feeling all of our muscles warming up. Good. Now we're going to slow it down even more, reaching for the toe. Now if you can't reach all the way for the toe, that's just fine. Just reach as far as you can. And here I have my knees going up as well, if that's easier on your lower back. But if you can, try and stretch it all out. By having the toe going to the ceiling, you're stretching out the back of those leg muscles. Good. Now let's go back to our march. Keeping those shoulders back. And we're going to kick our bottom, bringing those shoulders back, stretching the back muscles as well as the chest. As well as kicking that bottom, we're warming up the quad muscles, those big leg muscles at the top of our legs. Now we're going back to our march slightly, just a little march here, and we're lifting the arms up. Now try to just lift those elbows up. Don't raise your shoulders as you lift those elbows, okay? This is just warming up those rotator cuff muscles. We're exhaling. Now inhale, exhale as we extend the arms. Inhale to center, exhale as you rotate. Now, if you have osteoporosis, you're not going to be rotating the body. You're just extending the arms out. But if you can, try and give a good rotation. That's good. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. That's it. Keep it going. So try and keep that back straight. Keep the abs tucked in so that you're protecting the lower back. Now we're bringing it in and then rotating to the side. Good, to stretch out the side muscles. Now, again, if you have osteo, you're not bending, you're just extending those arms. See what I'm doing here? This is what you're doing if you have osteo, to protect that back and your spine. But if you can, try and get a little bit of a bend in there so that you're warming up those side muscles. We're lifting the legs as we bring the hands to either side of the leg, warming up the abs, giving our back a little bit of a stretch as well. Now this is a motion we'll be using later. So now we're going to do the breaststroke, pushing the bottom back, not going down too far, and then bringing those arms out, just like as if you were swimming. Push the bottom back, and that's great. Just roll those shoulders down, back. Nice work. I think we're ready now. So let's get started. We're going to pick up our weights or our cans. just one right now. And we're going to do the same motion that we did in our warm-up, a little slower, but using that can or that weight just to give us a little more intensity. Exhale as you bring those knees up. Inhale as you come down, okay? So exhale. Good. Nice job. Keep the tummy tight to protect the lower back. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, last ones. Nice job. Roll the shoulders back. Good. Okay, now we're going to join the hands. Try and touch one side outside of the leg to the other, raising the arms over your head. Now, if this doesn't work for you and raising your arms over your head is not good for you, then by all means just go to shoulder height. So I'm touching one side and then the other, pushing my bottom back, feeling this in the upper legs. Now, if you can, try and go even further. You see, I'm trying to reach down to my ankles here, but if that's not good for you and it's hurting your knees, by all means, just do it a little bit less, like we were showing earlier in this exercise, just trying to touch from thigh to thigh. Good work. Hang in there. This is a tough exercise. You want to feel this in your bottom and in the upper legs. You don't want to feel this in the knees. If this is hurting your knees, do not go down as deeply, okay? Good. Roll the shoulders back. You can shake out those legs a little bit. We're going to grab the chair now and one weight. Okay. We have our front leg bent. If you don't want to use a weight, that's fine. But if you can, try and use a weight. Bring the arm up and through the other arm. So the back leg is straight, the front leg is bent, and we're working the arms as we keep the abs tight to protect the lower back. Put that weight on that front leg and try and reach the back heel to the floor so you're getting a stretch. If you find that reaching onto the chair is too much, by all means you can hang on to that front leg. But I find having that extra space by holding onto the chair is a little bit easier as well. Good work. Keep it going. We're almost there. Awesome. Okay, now I'm just moving my chair around, but you obviously can just switch legs. So again, we have our weight on our front leg. The back leg is going back straight. Trying to get that heel to the floor. Keep the back straight. Now my back is a little arched here. I'd like to see your back a little bit straighter. So maybe extend that back leg a little more. I'm looking a little tired here. And try and look up as you bring that arm up so that stretches out that whole side. I'm just showing that you can keep your back straight and look ahead, and that's fine. Good. Keep it going. Okay, just shake it all out. And we're going to use both weights, shoulders rolled back, abs pulled in. And we're going to kick our leg forward as we bring the arms up with a bicep curl. So this is a balance move. You're putting all your weight on that stationary leg. So if you need the chair because you don't feel comfortable with not hanging on to something, try and use the opposite arm and the opposite leg. Keeping your abs tight. But again, if you'd like to do both, that's fine by all means. And we're trying to do 10 to 15 on one leg. Good work. Exhaling as you lift. Now we're going to switch legs. And remember, if you need to, by all means, hang on to that chair and just do a bicep curl with one arm. Try and count for yourself. Remember, I'm just an example here. Keeping that back straight, the abs pulled in to protect the lower back. Good. So next we're going to do some calf raises. So what I want you to do is make sure your feet are about hip distance apart and your toes are even with each other. We're going to press our arms back as we go up on our tippy toes. Now you really want to feel this through your triceps as you press your arms back. keep your abs tight because this puts your center of gravity off. So you want to make sure you're not going to fall over, and you want to do this all with control. Don't go up with control and then just fall down. You really want to think about going up and down with control. You feel this in your calves as well as in your hips a little bit, and of course in your triceps. Nice job. Okay, for the next exercise, I'd like you to get into a half squat position. So your feet are about hip distance apart, you're pushing your bottom back, and your weight is going over your heels. You're not putting those knees over your toes. Your arms are bent slightly at the elbows, and you're pulsing your bottom back as you alternate arms. Now, if this is too hard on your knees or on your legs, you don't have to go down as far as I am. You can see here I've just adjusted and I'm not going down as far. And if that's really just too difficult, you can sit on the chair and pulse as you lift the arms up. That's fine too. But to get the most of the exercise, do try and do those semi-squats. Okay, so now we're going to bend forward at the hips. The knees are soft, they're bent slightly. Our arms are bent at the elbows, and we're going to lift those weights or the cans up, envisioning the shoulder blades touching at the spine. So you're exhaling as you lift, you're keeping that back flat. You notice my shoulders are not rounded, my head is up, and you're exhaling as you lift. Good. Want those feet about hip distance apart, and you're lifting, keeping the tummy tight to protect the lower back. Great job. Going for about 10 or 12 of these. Bring yourself up. Now we're keeping the back straight, the feet haven't moved, our knees are going to be bent here. That's a deadlift, and then we row it up, okay? So we're going to lean forward, keeping that back flat, head up, and then pull those arms up, the elbows past the rib cage. Exhale as you lift and come on up. Exhale, exhale, and come up. Good. Now we're just hinging at the hips here. We're not going too far down. You may feel this in the back of the legs and those hamstrings, and also in those shoulders and in the arms. Again, we're going for about 10 to 15 reps. Do what you can. Keep the abs tight, the back flat. Exhale as you do the work. Nice job. Roll the shoulders back. Shake out the legs if you need to. I think we've done really well today. So let's start with our stretches. We're going to bring one foot forward, the toe going to the ceiling. You want to feel the stretch in the back of the leg, of that straight leg. Putting your hands on the bent knee, bent leg. Let's switch sides. So we're stretching out the hamstrings here, the muscles in the back of the leg. Good work. Next, we're going to bring the leg to the back. So we want to stretch out the calf muscle. So trying to bring that heel to the floor, putting your weight on that front leg. Again, that back is straight. We're not arching the back. And then we're going to bring our torso up and push the pelvis forward so we feel a stretch in the hip flexor. These are the muscles that connect our leg to our pelvis. All right, and we're switching legs now, so we're trying to get the heel to the floor of that straight leg, feeling the stretch in the heel and then the ankle and the calf, and bring that torso up and you feel that stretch right there where that leg joins into the hip. Good. Now we're going to stretch out the inner thigh. So again, toe to the ceiling on that straight leg, putting your weight onto the bent knee and switching sides. Don't forget to breathe even as we stretch, because sometimes we hold our breath when we're stretching, but our muscles need oxygen. Good. And now we're going to try and stretch the quad muscles, and they're the muscles that keep our knee in place. If it's too much to try and bring that heel up to your bottom, you can grab your pant leg or the back of your shoe. But if you can, whatever it takes to feel that stretch in the top of that front leg. Let's switch sides. Now they do recommend you hold your stretches for 15 to 30 seconds. I'm not doing that in this video, but by all means, feel free to pause the video so you can feel the stretch. Good work. Okay, we're holding the shoulders back. Now we're gonna arch the back. Here we are gonna have rounded shoulders, and bring your tummy in and feel the stretch between the shoulder blades. We're gonna reverse that stretch by bringing the arms behind us and then dropping our head so we feel the stretch in the neck and in the chest. Bring one arm across the body, holding it at the wrist, and feel the stretch also in your shoulders, but in your biceps and tris as well. Other side. Great work. And now we'd like to go for our tricep stretch. So you're going to bring that arm over your head if you can and pull on the elbow. But if this doesn't work for you, by all means, you don't need to do this stretch. Great work. Bring those arms behind, and you're going to bring your ear to your shoulder. I have my arms behind me just to help me keep my shoulders away from my ears. You rotate the head over to one side, but never all the way to the back. Just side to side, down to the front, and then over to the side. Bring the head up, look to one side, back to center, look to the other side, and that's a great stretch too. Let's rotate those wrists, so keeping your hands in a fist, so you feel the stretch and the stretch in the wrists. And now we're also going to do our ankles, giving those lower legs a good stretch. Good for our mobility. Awesome work. Okay, so we're going to take a deep breath in, and let's take a few deep breaths to let ourselves cool down completely. Inhale it up and exhale. One more time. Inhale and exhale. Great job, everybody. Thanks so much for taking part, and we'll see you next time.